talking about Bridgerton. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We're with Rebecca Burton Yao, and Cedric Yao on the call. We got Salisha Thomas right here talking with a big old mouth. And we were very excited right now because we're talking about hockey. USA just got the gold, baby.
Yeah.
Very excited. So you guys were talking about what show? You're like, how have you not heard of that?
Heated Rivalry. I'm telling you, everyone was like blowing up about it like a couple months ago.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, we're late to the game. So
who is everyone? Because I don't hear anybody talking about hockey.
Yeah,
like gay hockey.
Yeah, gay hockey. Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things that you're like, you hear about a show that takes off, and you're like, with the concept, you're like, really? But then clearly it did take off.
Right.
Reminds me of, okay, I was like not as into theater before I met Cedric. And I remember him telling me about Hamilton. And I was like, who's gonna produce that? Like I was just like the concept of like telling the story of the founding fathers, but like as a rap, like I just literally was like, I don't understand who would produce that. And like clearly I produce because it's also like one of our favorite shows. We've been to it like 10 times. I made Cedric buy to see Leslie Odom Jr. In October when he came back for his stint. I was like, that's what I want for my birthday.
Those tickets were expensive.
Yeah, Cedric's like, are you sure you want to spend that much on theater? I'm like, birthday present. That's what I want. Like,
wait,
and we went, and it was amazing.
That you weren't as into theater before you met Cedric. I didn't know he brought you into the join us. Da, da, da,
yeah, I mean, like I would hardly see. Let's see, what had I would see like random things here and there. Like I do remember standing in line for like for standing room tickets for the producers, like with like Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
When was that?
That was like
2005, 6?
No, 3? Maybe was it? Well, I can't remember if I was in med school or college. Yeah. I think I was in college. I think it was 3.
Or 4. That is literally iconic to see Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane in the original producers. What?
Right. And I remember also at intermission, Pierce Brosnan was there, and I saw him like in the lobby, and I was like,
oh my gosh. He was like a thing back then. Like he was is he like still doing stuff?
I have
Pierce Brosnan or
yes.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure he's in the new Toy Story. Yeah, he's probably in the new Toy Story.
Wait, he's in Toy Story?
Yeah.
What is this? Toy Story 7?
Something
and Cedric's
like 5, yeah. And then it's like the purple old curmudgeonly bear with the British accent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see a preview for that.
Maybe that's Pierce Brosnan. No, I'm thinking Timothy Dalton, different Bond. Okay. Timothy Dalton, I think, was in it. I don't have my phone. Yeah.
Wait, so
apparently Nathan Lane is coming to Death of a Salesman.
Yes, which I would like to see.
Yes, and so I was not aware that was a comedy. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I guess Arthur Miller now writes comedies.
Wait, for real?
Or Nathan Lane is very dramatic. Which
what
I
if
guess
it's
he is
not
dramatic.
a comedy, and Nathan's gonna make it funny?
Yeah, he'll make it. Yeah.
If anyone could do it.
Yeah.
I have never seen him live.
I only saw him the one time, but it was great. It was a great show.
Okay, so you were talking about how before Cedric, you didn't really see theater. I would love to hear, especially for this recording of Behind the Scenes. I mean, you guys are the founders of Bézier, right? So when did you guys meet? I would love to hear your backstory. And I feel like you've told me and Andrew at some point, but maybe it was just snippets. Let's weave this whole thing through because Zavi didn't exist when we met you guys.
Nope. Met you guys.
So
I think actually the first time I met you, Salisha, I was like, did I meet you before your cabaret? Or was that the first time I met you when I was like literally 9 months pregnant? Like I think I was 39 weeks pregnant. I came to your show.
No, I feel like you would have met her like with an Andrew thing.
No.
Was there one thing? I think I met you at your cabaret. I'm pretty sure that.
Wait.
Oh, no. We went to a show. We went to something together.
Bad Cinderella.
Once Upon a One More Time? No.
And Cinderella.
Oh, Bad Cinderella.
Bad Cinderella.
Wait, I met you before Bad Cinderella, I thought. That Cinderella
I
was,
know
it feels
Cedric
like
met
that
you,
was
you
yesterday.
guys
No, I think that was the
first.
first time. That was the first time. I think we were trying to coordinate seats. That was the
And
first
we
time, and we had like the
we
whole
went to
group chat.
dinner.
Yeah, and we went to dinner afterwards, and I left my
Oh my
sunglasses.
gosh. And I think was that the first time? I know that this is on the record, and I feel bad for saying this out loud, but I think I was thinking, should we leave? But this is our first double date together. We
Yeah.
can't leave.
Can't leave, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, you know what? The man can write a song because I had that freaking song in my head for months after that show.
Yeah.
After seeing it once.
Whoa.
Like the whole like well, we ended up actually co-opting it for Zoe.
Yeah, we co-opted it for
we for like a very long time would be like, they call me Mr. Zoe because I'm super cute.
Even though I throw a tantrum.
Or even though
Yeah.
I blow out my diaper. Like we would just like but like we completely co-opted that too.
Yeah.
So were you already pregnant then? Or did you already give birth then?
Were you?
No. I definitely, if that was the first time, then the second time was your cabaret, and I was like 39 weeks pregnant. And I remember
Because I have very few memories of you being very pregnant. I don't have.
Yeah, no, I was like, I walked to Cedric walked me over to Bellevue for my midnight shift after your cabaret.
Oh yeah.
No.
And I had to like change. I had to like get on my compression socks and my work shoes, and because it was May and April, but it was warm. It was warm, and I remember
there was also Andrew's birthday party.
That was after Zoe.
That was after?
The one down here?
No, Andrew had one. We went to a bar. There was a bar or something we went to in Midtown. I thought you went and you were very pregnant.
What month was Zoe born? When is
May.
Zoe's birthday? Oh.
I think your cabaret was like end of April.
That tracks. Okay.
But that you know what? That was not the first. That definitely wasn't.
But there
the
were
first
two
time
cabarets.
Cabaret.
We've done two of your cabarets.
But that cabaret when I was pregnant was not the first time I met you. I think the first time I met was when we went to Bad Cinderella.
Oh yeah, I think that makes that. I think that tracks now.
But I do think I was pregnant then too.
That is literally so wild. So back me up to when you guys met each other.
So we met in Bali. We were on a yoga retreat, and basically the teachers who were leading the retreat, one of them, Dominic Savino, he's like one of my best friends, and his husband, Jonathan Hammond, is a shaman. And they had a retreat company where like Dom would do all the yoga classes, and then Jonathan would like lead meditation and do these like journeys in the evening where you would like go back to your childhood and like you would pair up with someone and find their spirit animal. It was all like very like, you know, kooky, but like innocent.
You're talking to me, so I don't think this is kooky. I'm very in this with you. So
yes.
Keep going.
So and actually Jonathan, fast forward, Jonathan was the officiant at our wedding. He actually married us. And then Dom and my childhood best friend were standing up there with me, and Cedric's two good friends were with him. But so I had gone on all of Dom and Jonathan's retreats, and Cedric, the Bali retreat was the one retreat where they actually had a guest yoga teacher that they invited, and her name's Lauren. And Cedric took her class pretty frequently, and so he kind of came. You had taken Dom's class though.
Maybe, I don't know.
But like I was like a diehard Dom Savino.
Becca was a front row.
Like I was at every, I joined Equinox because Dom was guesting me so much that I started feeling guilty that like I was using all the guest passes. And so I was there really for Dom, and Cedric came for Lauren. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole long story back there, but basically one of my good friends actually liked Cedric. And so I spent the first 10 days of the 12-day retreat trying to be like, no, we can be friends. Like, and like multiple people in the group were like, Kate, clearly he likes you, and clearly you guys have this like chemistry. What is why are you not jumping on board with this?
Wait, what? Was your friend at the retreat?
Yeah.
And you both liked
she was there on time, and Becca was a couple days late.
I was 1 day late.
1 day?
I was
okay.
1 day late.
I
had
a day
to
and a half.
I had to work. And so at the retreat, everyone had already kind of gotten settled in. And the very first time I met Cedric, I literally had flown from New York to Hong Kong, had like a 5-hour layover in the airport in Hong Kong, and then flew Hong Kong to to Bali, to Denpasar.
Yeah.
And then we were based out of Ubud in the mountains. So there was like, you had to go through customs, which was like,
Yeah.
as I recall, not a quick thing in Bali.
Oh, yeah.
And
Still
then there
better
was
than Mexico.
it was like a 2 there was like a 2-hour Mexico.
Yeah. Cancun's a different trip. It was yeah.
And then
I'm
from
going next week
to Cancun.
Yes.
Okay,
just plan for immigrations to take a very long time.
just
Dear God, I'm gonna have
like I have a
APAC
picture
with
that's
us.
a sea of people, like this picture of a sea of people and like just chaos. Like no one is directing. There's no lines. There's no like guy. It's just like just a free for all.
Yeah.
And we went to Cancun after an overnight shift. Like I got off my midnight to 8 a.m. shift and we went to the airport and then flew and then Anyway, you're getting us off track.
Okay, fine.
So I land in Denpasar.
Yeah.
After this like very long journey, of which like the flight from New York to Hong Kong, I like didn't sleep on it. Anyway, it's like a 2-hour drive from the airport to the resort where we're staying. And so by the time I got to the resort, it was like 6 p.m. And I remember I texted Dom and was like, hey, I got in okay, but I'm just gonna go crash. Like I'll see you guys in the morning. Like I'm all gross. I haven't slept. And Dom was like, oh no, but we're waiting for you. Like they were waiting for me in the lobby when the car dropped me off. And so like Dom and Jonathan and my friend were waiting. And so like, come to dinner. Like the group's having dinner, right? Come to dinner. And I drop my bags off in the room and I go to dinner and the whole group's having dinner. And like, that's when I first meet Cedric. And I'm like clearly not in my best state.
Because you've been traveling for so long.
Yeah, without sleep. I'm like, I haven't even showered. Like, I'm just gross. But I remember meeting him and I was just like, oh, damn, he's cute. Like, and then, as I got to talk to him, I was like, okay, like he's funny and so smart. But again, my friend liked him. So I was just thinking like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm gonna have a new friend, right? Like, I'm gonna have a new friend and like, we can all like,
when did she let you know? When did your friend let you know that they liked him?
So she texted me, like the whole group arrived, let's say it was on Monday and I wasn't arriving till Tuesday. She texted me a few hours after the group all arrived. I was back in New York and she's like, oh my God, there's this guy here. Like he's really cute. And I was like, oh, no one ever meets her criteria. Like this must be some unicorn of a and so and like meanwhile Cedric like didn't even realize she liked him so we and then what we call our first date
right now.
On like the third day?
Yeah, it was the third day. Yeah.
Retreat. There was a group hike to the top of
Mount
Batur to watch the sunrise. And you're like above the clouds. Like there's literally like a blanket of clouds that you like watch the sunrise up. And most of the people, the retreat group was like 15, 16 people?
Yeah.
But most of the people in the group didn't really like hiking. And so Cedric and I do like hiking. And so we were just like up ahead of the rest of the group. And the great thing about my friend liking him and me just thinking like, okay, he's just going to be a friend. I had no filter. Like usually if I like someone, I'm trying to like put on like a good version of myself.
Yes, and this is how I want to be presented and say the right things and be cool.
But like, because he was just gonna be my friend, I was like talking about my sex life with my ex and like just completely no filter, completely myself. Cedric never has a filter anyway. Yeah. But basically we like completely hit it off. This whole like hour and a half, 2-hour hike to the top of the mountain. We just talked nonstop. And we get to the top and we're watching the sunrise. And Cedric's like giving me a shoulder massage, but like
what?
There's a photo of that.
There is a photo, and I had no idea he liked me. I was like so clueless.
Wait, what? He's giving you a shoulder massage and you don't even realize it? Like
I had no idea. Yeah. I had no idea. And in fact, even the next day, I was having kind of like a hard day, and I like rolled my ankle, and Cedric was giving me a foot massage, like for like my ankle. And it wasn't till like the next day that I woke up and I realized, I was like, oh shit.
Oh no, Dom messaged you And he's like, there were like two things.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah, he was like, he texted me because I had like, I did like a yoga teacher training program, and the way I became close friends with Dom is I did a mentorship program, and he was my mentor, and we just became very close through that. But many of
Awesome.
his mentees ended up getting hired by the studio to teach, and I didn't. And I was beating myself up like, oh, I'm your only mentee that like didn't get hired, and blah blah blah. So I had been like very down on that day. And so the following day, Dom texted me and he was like, two things. He was like, good morning, two things. One, I hope you're over your bullshit from yesterday. And two, I hope you realize that Sparkles likes you. And Sparkles is Cedric's nickname that Jonathan gave him, actually.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I forgot.
And I texted him back and I was like, good morning. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm feeling better. And also like, fuck. Like I
like him too.
Like realize. But then it was just this whole thing because I didn't want to hurt my friends' feelings. And it was just like a whole.
That is a whole thing. That's like a whole other thing to navigate. And like, how close are you in this friend? Is it like,
Right.
is there like that whole, because so there are certain friends where I'm like, he's yours. He doesn't exist to me. And there are other friends who I'm like, we're not that close.
I mean, this was like a very close friend of mine. Like we were very close. And I do say we're past tense, because basically what happened was on the second to last day of the retreat, she and I were going scuba diving separate from the group. And another woman in the group earlier had been like, hey, it really seems like there's something there with you and Cedric. Like, it seems like there's potential. Like the least at the very least, you should talk to your friend about it, because it's not like they were dating, And so second to last day of the retreat, we were going scuba diving, and I actually spoke to her and I said, I know you like him, but I like him too. And I think he likes me. And she said, you should go for it. And so then I went for it, but then she basically, that was just the end of the friendship. Like, I think she didn't realize that I would go for it while we were in Bali. But to be fair, when we met, Cedric was technically living in California and I was in New York. Like, I didn't know if I was ever going to see him again.
Right.
So,
Ooh, can we talk about that for a minute? Taking a risk when you kind of feel like, this is something that I've been like having to battle with my own self recently of, I feel like I have to ask someone's permission because it feels like their territory, but this is also my life. And I know I technically don't have to ask their permission. But it feels like this icky, like, but when it's your destiny, it's your destiny.
Right.
Like, it's one thing if you guys dated for 2 days.
Clearly, like, we're married. We have a kid. We've been together. It'll be 10 years this March since we met, like this wasn't just like a one-off fling.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the time, you don't know that.
You don't know at the time. You don't know.
But also, like, they weren't dating, like, she just liked him. And I the last thing I wanted was to hurt anyone. And I struggled for
well over a year.
Over a year after we got married.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to pay like a fortune teller like 3,000 Thai baht to find out when this was going to end, when this guilt thing was going to end.
That was a whole nother amazing story. What? Like, we got married. We met March of 2016. We got married June of 2017.
Yeah.
And fast forward, like,
there was no shotgun involved.
There was no shotgun involved.
But remember, you need to tell her, when did we have the talk?
Yeah. Okay, so we met March of 2016. And then we didn't have the talk till like the end of September of 2016. So like there was like a 6-month window where Cedric was living in Santa Monica. He was staying at like an Airbnb, and he would come out every other week to visit his hedge fund client. Yeah. And he usually would come out like,
I take the Tuesday night red eye. I'd arrive New York or Newark on Wednesday morning. I'd go to the client and then go to
their yoga class.
Yeah, go to their yoga class. And then I'd take the flight back, the evening flight.
So that was like, it was like every other.
So they had no idea that I had actually like relocated. This was before COVID, when people worked remotely. But I was already
flew in and took a yoga class and then left.
Like same day.
So I take the last flight out.
And so once when we met in Bali, he was supposed to be coming out the following, like when we were going home, he was supposed to be coming out like the following week. And he was like, yeah, like I'll fly back on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Like we can go to Dom's Wednesday night equinox yoga class and then go out to dinner. And he's like, I'll see you. And for all I knew, like I was never going to hear from him again. Like, of course I wanted to, but like, guys say a lot of things. And
especially at that point, they don't owe you anything. You don't owe them anything.
Right.
If it was early on.
Initially, Cedric was, he would stay for like an extra day, and then it became 2 days and then 3 days. And he just kind of kept prolonging how long he was staying in New York. But still, we hadn't had any conversation about what we were doing. Like I'm probably just New York City booty call, but we're having a lot of fun. And finally, about 6 months in, one of our friends, mutual friends, who knew Cedric kind of separate from knowing me, she cornered me in the locker room at Equinox and was basically like, girl, when are we gonna have to talk? Like, Cedric's not gonna initiate it. Like, it needs to be you. And if he's not in it for real, like, wouldn't you rather know sooner than later? And I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I mean, at this point, I'm 30, we're like in our mid-30s. And it's like, we don't need to play around anymore. Like, if he's not serious, then
yeah,
and,
that's true.
We proceeded to have the most awkward define the relationship talk.
Really?
Oh my God. It was stretched out over, I think, like 4 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, we have not eaten at that restaurant since Pershing Square, right by Grand Central.
Literally, it was the most awkward. So
I knew it was happening.
Cedric was like orchestrating it, but I didn't know. And so basically, for context, so this is end of September. We've been dating for about 6 months. My birthday's in October, and the current plan was I was going to go to Utah to visit my family, drop off my cat for my birthday, then fly to Santa Monica for 3 days to like visit Cedric, and then fly back to Utah to pick up my cat, and then back to New York. That was kind of the plan for my birthday. So that's just a little bit of context there. So anyway, we go to this restaurant, and I was like, so Nikki Rubin said that we got to talk. He's like, oh, really? Like, what did Nikki Rubin say we have to talk about? And
what do we have to talk about?
Like,
what do you want to talk about?
I know, and I was like, what are we doing? And he's like, oh,
and did you know, Cedric? Did you know?
No, I didn't know about it.
But you knew.
I knew it was about time.
He was like, oh, so you want to put labels on things? And I'm just like, no, but like, what are we doing? And then I think we talked about something else for a minute. And then out of nowhere, Cedric's like, how about this? You can be my New York City girlfriend. I'm just like,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I don't believe you, Becca. No, I don't believe you. I do not believe that Cedric said that.
In my head, I'm like, how do I be cool about this and not like? He literally, and meanwhile, he's spending time in Santa Monica. He's spending lots of time in Austin. He's got family in Oregon. Like, I'm like, what?
This Cedric did not say that. There is
I think it's not with New York City.
And
it got more, and then I got it to be even more awkward than that.
No. So like I tried to be like, haha, how funny, like I'm cool. Like I'm not gonna like bite your head off over this, but in my mind I'm like, what the hell? So then we're talking about something else, and then fast forward like a bit later, and he was like, okay, you can be my east of the Mississippi girlfriend.
No, we had one in step. I offered you the whole eastern seaboard.
Shut up.
I don't remember that.
What is this
before we got to east of Mississippi, we had all the coastal cities. DC, Miami.
Okay. Cedric.
Yeah.
How many other girlfriends did you have at the time?
None.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah.
But he's also like telling me about like his family's like trying to set him up on a date with a doctor in Oregon. Like, I'm like, why are you telling me about your dating life? I don't want to hear like.
You're like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So Eastern Seaboard.
And then we decided it's like, okay, east of the Mississippi.
East of the Mississippi. And I'm trying to like be chill, be the cool girl about this. But in my mind, I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? And so we kind of leave the conversation. And I was walking him over to Penn Station because you were going to go back to the airport to fly back to California. Yeah. And meanwhile, we're trying to coordinate this trip to Utah and Santa Monica. And he's like, you know, it doesn't really make sense. You're only off for like whatever 5 days. Like it doesn't really make sense for you to fly from New York to Utah to California to Utah to New York. He's like, I have a conference in Vegas,
Yeah.
like right after that trip. He's like, why don't I just meet you in Utah and then I'll go to Vegas for my conference and you can come back to New York.
Yeah.
And I was very proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't always advocate for myself, like in the moment. But I looked at him and I was like, you're not meeting my family as my west of the Mississippi boyfriend. Like that.
No. As east of the Mississippi, I thought it was that you can't meet my family if I'm just your east of the Mississippi boyfriend, because Salt Lake City is west of the Mississippi.
I did not say that.
Oh, you did not say that.
Did not
okay,
say that.
so
Yes, that's how you have like.
Oh, okay.
That's how story over time.
I make you look smarter.
Wait a minute.
I don't need you to make me look smarter.
Huh? Oh, okay,
this is
fine.
Really hilarious. If that was spoken, you're like, because we're in Utah, I need you to be my wife.
I can't be like, and technically it's west of the Mississippi.
Meanwhile, though,
how is this?
I was just like, you're not meeting my family unless we're an actual item, like I'm not.
Yeah,
and then
I totally feel you, Becca.
So Cedric looks at me and he's like, how about we drop the qualifier? And I was like, yeah, why don't we drop the qualifier? Like, there's like 4 hours to get to the point that we're like, okay, we're like in this for real.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was ready to kill him. Meanwhile, he just knew it was going to be a funny story. So I believed it.
Cedric, at what point were you like, I'm effing with her, I just want to be with her? At what point did you have that thought?
I actually didn't know that I wanted this long term until I met her family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so sweet. The way
Cedric was like, we were doing kind of a long distance
thing,
which I don't think either of us really wanted.
Yeah. But I knew that I was in contract for the condo we're in now. At the time, I was already
in New York.
In New York, the condo I'm in now. I was in contract for like more than a year prior. So I bought the condo. I signed up for the condo about like 2 years in advance.
But remember, the initial plan was to decorate it
and
use it as a corporate rental, which is what he did with his former condo.
Yeah. And then
that's great.
But then I met her family, and then
he met my family in Utah for my birthday in October. And meanwhile, my now sister-in-law, but my brother's then fiance, who's like an FBI agent. She's like this total no nonsense badass. Like I remember we went on a double date in Park City, and Heidi and Cedric were walking behind me and my brother, and I could hear her being like, how did she even word it? Like,
what are your intentions?
Yeah, what are your intentions? Like what?
Listen.
And I was like, Heidi, scare him away.
That I definitely have walked in on a conversation with my dad asking Andrew that. I'm like, I went to the bathroom for 2 minutes. What did I miss? What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've been
asked.
Yeah.
So had you, as somebody who's also in an interracial relationship, had you dated an Asian guy before? Or Cedric, had you dated a white girl before?
White girl, yeah.
Cedric, I am Cedric's type for sure. Like even like he's no, I mean like even who you have crushes on, like he tends to like blonde white girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had not. I had gone on a date or two with a Korean American guy when I was in fellowship, I want to say, but like no actual like relationship. Cedric was not.
But when you first, he wasn't your type, but you walked into Bali and you were like, dang.
Yes. 100%. Cedric is the first guy I've dated where I literally was like unsolicitedly like showing my friends and coworkers his picture. Like I'm like, look how cute he is. Like I was like bragging about him to like just random people.
Interesting. You know what? Both of you guys are individually attractive and together attractive. So I am not surprised that you found each other, not just on how you look on the outside, but your intellect, your level of intellect together is it matches. Like you guys are just really freaking smart together. And the vibe, it's really fun and beautiful and very uniquely you guys.
Yeah.
It's
It's been the easiest relationship I think I've ever been in. Like nothing felt like a big struggle or a big compromise. It was just like, oh, this is just easy. Like
that's how it should be. That's how it should be. And I feel like before you find your person, before people find that true, like that long life love, it you don't realize how easy it could be or should
right.
be. Yeah, until you find it and you're like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah. I was like good being single, you know, like I wasn't someone who was always pining. And I think I had gotten to a point where I was like, you know, it may like long-term love may not be in the cards for me, and that's okay. Cedric, mind you, he was like, I'm gonna go on a yoga retreat to try to find my mate because it's people who like to travel, who are into fitness, and who have the means to be able to go on a yoga retreat in Bali. Like he was very smart about his
Very
approach.
intentional.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is really smart. That's like, I don't know if you guys are watching Beast Games right now. They have the strong team versus the smart team, and the smarts are outsmarting the strong people. Anyway, it's a very interesting concept, but I love that show. But that's very smart, and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
So I have to bring this up because every episode we have to have an update for Bézier. Hello.
Yeah.
This is our Bézier podcast. I don't know about you guys, but my update is we have published our first episode today.
Oh, wow.
I know I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm
It's
going to
bare bones. It is extremely bare bones. And I was thinking, like, obviously, you know, over time we polish it. There is a small part of me that is like, well, what if we don't polish it? What if we throw it up and just keep it going and it's our own version of like a reality show? I've never done anything like that, but it's something that we could consider, or we can make it more polished based on what you guys think.
No, I think I like that it's real. And I think that makes it also easier.
Oh, it definitely makes it easier, but it does make it real. Like one of the episodes, I have them all uploaded and I'll just be scheduling them. We like start mid conversation and I'm kind of into it. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. What did we just miss? Where are we at now? And kind of just going into I kind of like that. I've never done anything like that before, but just consider it or think about it and let me know what you guys would like from
No, we
like
trust
we
your
do.
instinct.
Okay. Yeah.
And also the picture that you sent me of the butt seam, S seam on that girl.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah.
That's not even her pair. That's my pair.
That's
my
pair.
On her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's wearing Becca's a second copy.
So imagine when we make her a pair for her.
Oh, that is awesome. This is great. We're about to get interrupted on my end. I see my dad. He's pulling into the driveway and he can't wait to see his grandson. So he's probably going to come in here being like, "Where's Ajax?" But that's great. What if we call this a day for this episode and we will meet back again soon?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's good. Yep.
Did you have any other updates on your end?
Yeah, working out some a deal with the factory where I'm like prepaying for almost like a year's worth of manufacturing so that they can get their new factory set up and unified.
Holy cow.
So that cuts my cut and sew costs in half, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
And then
also the interface.
Yep, and the website's there. It's coming along. Yeah, I have as you've seen, it's getting easier and easier to use. So I'm trying to like unified, and then make it easy to upload the two photos. Probably by the end of next week. So my goal has been in the month. You'll get a preview in a few days.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I realized today when I was starting to post about the podcast that I was about to drop a link to the website, and if I did that and people went to it, they would be uploading photos to a site that is more difficult for you.
Yeah. So we'll get that going.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, next few days. It's all starting to come together. Like I think it's like a lot of slow stuff, and then all of a sudden it'll be fast.
The tipping point.
It's a baby. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, until next week, we'll see you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Salisha.
Bye. Bye, Cedric and
Bye.
Becca.